Basically had a really big growth spurt from the age of about 16 to sort of 18. I grew about a foot. I'd noticed a lot of people wanted me to play basketball for them then. I was invited out to one of the local district clubs in Adelaide. The then coach of the Adelaide 36ers, Don Shipway, saw me and basically invited me out to train and sort of built from there. I was lucky enough to make a state team, and the new 36ers coach was a guy called Don Monson, and he had come straight from college from Oregon University, and he really sort of pushed me to go over to the States, and that's what I did. I thought the best team in the world was the Harlem Globetrotters, I think followed by the Adelaide 36ers and then probably the Boston Celtics, and I really hated the Perth Wildcats. I remember that clearly, I think because they were so successful. But I just always loved basketball and loved the game. It was really surreal, to be honest. I think my basketball journey happened really quickly, like I wasn't, as a young tacker, I wasn't thinking I'm going to play basketball for Australia. I thought I might play cricket for Australia or something different like that. But that first time being told, I remember I was at the Institute of Sport in Canberra, and Coach Barry Barnes told me, "You're going to the World Championships," and calling my mum on the phone and having her crying on the other end, and just the upswell of emotion to have realised a dream, even though it wasn't a lifelong dream, but I always did dream about representing your country. It's such an honour, and such a humbling experience. Definitely playing for Australia is definitely the pinnacle of my basketball career, playing in the green and gold, and certainly at Olympic Games, walking into the big arena at Sydney for the opening ceremony was something I'll never forget. You could actually feel the ground shaking, and you could feel the electricity in the air of the 100,000+ people, Australians, and we sort of entered the arena last, so it was just it was like a cauldron in there. So definitely that was absolutely one of my highlights. That's probably the pinnacle. It doesn't get much better than that, to be honest. My message to young players is to get every ounce out of it while you're doing it, and I think that most young guys, myself included, just sort of took it for granted, and I wish I didn't at times. So it's really trying to replace that competitiveness that you have, and get to go up against really great basketballers every day. So you get all of these outlets for your competitiveness, and then that goes away. So it's been great to sort of transition into coaching and teaching, and I love working with young people, and I love trying to help young basketball players sort of see their potential and sort of feed that a little bit. And I like to pump up kids' tyres a bit, and make them feel good about themselves, because players, they play better when they're feeling positive and good about what they can do. And I feel really humbled to be able to, well, first of all, get this honour from Basketball WA. It was a real surprise, and I'm very, very humbled and honoured to receive it, and I'm really happy to be back in Perth at JSR.